Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Good Morning with me, Misty B. So by now, most of us have heard about the Black-owned food truck park right here in Houston, Texas. And yes, I am talking about the Houston Grub Park. If you have not checked it out, now's your time to do so. And I am going to give you a reason to do just that. In the studio today with me, I have Mr. James Edwards and his food truck. That's right, it's at the Houston Grub Park and it's called Cravin Poor Boys. Today, Mr. Edwards is going to tell us all the reasons why he named his truck Cravin Poor Boys, and I am going to taste some of his delicious food. I hope it's delicious, let me say that. We are going to be right back right after this break with Mr. James Edwards. See you in just a second.
Confidence comes standard with a certified pre-owned Cadillac from Ron Carter Cadillac, your only Houston area Cadillac to your door dealer. Get 2.9% APR for 72 months on Houston's largest certified pre-owned Cadillac inventory, with the assurance of a 172-point inspection, meticulous reconditioning by master Cadillac technicians, and a total 5-year limited warranty with unlimited miles.
Shop smarter when you shop Ron Carter. RonCarterCadillac.com.
Real estate can be a very complicated process. Finding one, how much can you afford, financing, closing costs, mortgage, putting it on the market, considering offers, inspection, negotiations, submitting offers, schools, down payment, title insurance, home warranty, taxes, review net sheets. These are the pieces of the puzzle of home ownership. I'm the person who helps put it together and the glue that keeps it together. Give me a call.
My prenatal promise is to make sure my baby is safe and healthy, because I know it is possible to acquire syphilis, HIV, or other STDs without knowing it. Getting tested is my very first chance to protect my baby. Doctors are required to give expectant mothers 3 separate tests for syphilis. If you're pregnant, ask your doctor if you're being tested properly for syphilis and other STDs. Congenital syphilis can lead to a miscarriage, stillbirth, or an infant death. Don't risk your baby's health. To find out more, visit myprenatalpromise.com.
Welcome back, everyone. So today we are tasting and talking right here in the studio. You guys know I love to eat, and more importantly, you know that I absolutely love food trucks. I have Mr. James Edwards with Cravin Poor Boys, okay? And I said the name right, and we're gonna learn all about that name. James, come on over here, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great, how are you?
Great, thank you.
All right, you brought me some deliciousness today. You brought me some poor boys.
That's right.
Okay, now you gotta tell me, so we grew up calling it po' boys, right? You know that's what we say.
Exactly.
Why is your food truck called Cravin Poor Boys?
Well, here's the deal. What we did was in Louisiana, it started way back when the streetcar drivers were on strike. And so they didn't have anything to eat, and they were very poor. So this young gentleman had extra food, which was roast beef at the time, and he took it and put it on some bread. And every time a streetcar driver would come up to the store, they'd say, hey, here come another poor boy. So thus, born the name Poor Boy. Well, of course, we shortened it to Po' Boy. That's how they know it now. So that's how that become the name of the song. So we want to keep the tradition.
I love that.
Yeah.
So how many times do you get asked that question?
Oh my God, all the time. You spell poor boy wrong. No.
Okay, now look. I'm about to give you quick marketing advice. You know what? You can put that on your truck, the meaning behind it, like a cute little saying. People can read that.
There you go.
I'm just saying, I won't charge you this time.
Thank you. I appreciate the free advice. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, but I love that. So poor boys. Okay, here come another poor boy, and this is how the sandwiches became about.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay, so what do you have for me today? It smells good.
So today we have our Cajun shrimp. Fried shrimp is what we do. We marinate our shrimp, and it comes dressed New Orleans way. The Louisiana way, which is mayonnaise, lettuce, tomato, and pickle.
Mayonnaise. Come on, mayonnaise.
Yeah. Some people would substitute it with tartar sauce, but the traditional way is mayonnaise.
Okay, well, I like mayonnaise, so that works for me. Okay, I'm going to bite in, okay?
All right.
All right, first, you mind if I squeeze a little lemon?
No,
I am that girl.
Please do.
So let me just squeeze a little bit of lemon. Yes.
All right.
Okay. And, all right, let's see what what you marinated in. I need to know before I bite into this. You're not going to tell me?
Yes,
Wow.
and different spices and,
Okay.
and like that type of thing. How about
Let's
that?
see. You don't need tartar sauce.
Yeah.
Very flavorful.
Thank you, thank you.
Very good. Let me get my hold on. Woo, okay. This is good. And I love pickles. I'm trying to stay on the carbs, but this is really, really good.
Thank you.
So your spices, you make, like, how do you come up with I know you're not going to tell me the way you're looking at me.
I'll tell you the honest truth. This is my mother's recipe. She gave me that. That's who
Okay.
taught me how to cook. That's why I get it from her.
Okay. Your mom.
My mom. She never measured anything. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. And over the years, I watched it, and I never perfected. You know, she took that to her grave. I never perfected it, but I tried to get as close as I could to it.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're the same way. You don't measure anything either?
Not really.
Okay, let's talk
do
about
it
that
to
for a
taste.
second. Your daytime job, what do you do in real life? I always like to ask people that. You have food trucks. So sometimes that's not their full-time gig.
Right. So right now, I'm a consultant.
Okay.
So we do consultants for like hotels and restaurants. that type
Okay.
of thing. So we provide consultant services for them.
Okay.
It's my full-time job.
And how did you decide to get into the food truck industry, though?
Actually, I wasn't going to do that. I had a friend of mine who was going to start doing the truck, and he asked me, hey, would you like to come here? I'm like, no, I don't want to get into that no more. Well, needless to say, here I am now doing the trailer, and we're getting it done. So, yeah, that's how I got back into it. It's very challenging, but it's good, you know. So I got into the food truck.
How long have you been in the food truck business?
Oh, about 3 months.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
no,
brand new.
Brand new.
Oh, honey, you have to talk to me. I got some secrets for you. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't realize you were that
Brand
new.
new.
Okay, now let's talk about this. What's this catfish?
So here we go again. It's the traditional way. Then my mom taught me how to do catfish the right way. You know, so when you bite into the catfish, you're gonna taste a little bit of crispiness, but you're gonna taste that saltiness, a really good seasoned flavored catfish.
Okay.
You know, and here's the other thing. We use real catfish, Mississippi catfish.
Give me some. I was just about to say, don't be feeding me no. It's already bottom of the barrel. Can I not go any further? I want to be very clear. I love catfish,
Yes.
but don't be funny. You know, some people try to give you that swai fish and say that's catfish.
No.
My grandmother taught me much better. Okay, I know the truth. All right, so I'm gonna just take a bite. All right,
Yeah, sure.
of the fish. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna get a little strip here.
There you go.
You cooked it the right way. All right, I'm gonna put that lettuce down because I don't need all that extra.
Yes.
All right. The right way.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Very
Thank you.
good.
Yeah.
Taste the big difference from the other stuff that people try to feed you. I like that. So when you said why Mississippi catfish, I have to know that.
Well, Mississippi catfish, between that and Louisiana, we source between the both of them. As you know, right now, fish is very hard to come by right now, but we source between Mississippi and Louisiana as far as the catfish. That's where it started at.
Okay.
The deltas and all that stuff is where it started at. So we got a connection with the fish company down there, and we try to get it as fresh as possible and doing down there. And if I may add, the bread the same way. And when you talk about the bread, when you try the bread that's on there, that's a New Orleans bread. New Orleans French bread.
I was gonna say this is just French avocado. I know it's French bread, but it's the New Orleans French
It's a
bread.
New Orleans French
What
bread.
makes it New Orleans French bread?
Because in New Orleans, it's typical away from a hoagie binder. You take like one of those companies that sells the cold cuts and all that stuff. It's like a hoagie binder. This is a traditional soft French bread. So you get the crispiness on the outside, but nice and like cotton candy on the inside, melts in your mouth. It's on the inside. So we toast our bread with a little bit of butter on the grill and that type of thing. So it gives you the nice taste to it versus being a hard, tough French bread.
Absolutely.
So it's a nice soft French bread.
Right, because the worst thing you can have sometimes with a po' boy is you get more bread than you get anything else. And you're like, I just ate bread.
Exactly.
I don't recall anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't do any shopping in Houston. You don't get your fish from Houston. You don't get your bread from what you get, the mayonnaise? Is that what you get from Houston?
We love Houston, and yes,
I'm
we
just
do.
giving you a hard time.
Yeah, we do something. We do
Okay.
some things, but we want to keep everything traditional.
Okay.
You know, as traditional as possible as we can. So when you come to our trailer, we want to make sure we give you the flavor of what you would do if you go to travel to New Orleans or Louisiana, anywhere in there. We want to give you that same flavor that's here without cutting any corners.
Okay, so James, let me ask you a question. There's this myth that just kind of goes around that everybody from Louisiana can cook. Is that true or is that false in your opinion?
In my opinion, it's false.
Thank you. See, I love you for being honest.
Yes,
Because,
yeah.
why is it false though?
Here's the thing. Once again, you talk about tradition. Grandmother, mama, if you wasn't in the kitchen watching them cook and the way they do things, the way they taste stuff, no, this don't taste right. Let me add a little bit of this or that. And you don't watch it, you don't do that. You also, well, I'm from Louisiana, I know how to cook. Well, you didn't come up and watch the tradition of how they do things. So yes, that's why everybody from Louisiana know they can't cook.
Okay, all right, because you know, I'm from Louisiana. What does that mean? So let me ask you this. So you talked about the name of your truck, Craving Poor Boys.
Yes.
So any poor boys in your family? Like, did you have a history, or is there any connection to the name for you?
For me, well, here's the thing. None of us, I definitely grew up rich. That's for sure.
You grew up rich?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I did
okay, nice.
did not grow up rich.
Okay, you did not grow up rich.
So actually, I grew up, my father was a machinist at a bakery, at a wholesome bakery in Louisiana. And his side job was cutting grass. And he had one employee.
One employee.
So although when we went to school, it was on Saturdays, we always had to get up and go cut grass with him. And that taught me the value of $1.
Got
and
it.
to make sure that you be honest in what's going on. So he taught me that. And I'm grateful for my dad for teaching me that. So yes.
Absolutely. So on the truck, I know we have some more stuff to taste
Yes.
in a second. Don't tell me yet. But on the truck, when people come visit you, what all is on the menu?
Oh my God. So we stuck to just traditional po' boys. But we also have Boudin egg rolls.
Oh.
So we take a Boudin egg roll, we stuff it with traditional Boudin filling with Monterey Jack cheese as well. So you bite into it, you get this ooey gooey cheese that comes out of it. But one of the other things that I want you to try eventually is that our crawfish bread.
Okay.
That's what we're known for.
Crawfish bread. So let me try to guess. Don't tell me. I'm just going to try to use my imaginative
Sure.
brain here. That sounds like some French bread from New Orleans.
Okay.
All right.
You're right.
Some crawfish, some seasoning, something else, and you're going to bake it for me. Am I close?
Close.
Okay, what is it really?
So yes, the traditional French bread, right? So we take it, we butter it on both sides. We put it on the flat grill, right? Then on the side, we go and we crisp out, not crisp, we saute some vegetables along with some seasoning. And then we take the crawfish and marinate all that together just on the grill, right?
Okay.
Then at the very end, we take 5 different types of cheeses and put on top of it. And then the cheese, of course, you get to melt the cheeses on it, right? You take it, put it inside the French bread. Oh my God, then you close it up. And then you bite into it, you bite in this ooey.
So I get to taste that on the next segment,
Yes,
right?
I promise you.
On the next segment?
Next segment, maybe not.
Yeah. You definitely did not. I know it's okay you didn't bring me down today, but this is absolutely excellent. So your seasonings, do you use your own? Are you one of those people, you create your own spice blend?
I love to create my own spice blend, my own taste. There's some great seasonings out there, Just that what my mom used and what she's taught me some things, I've went on and tried some different things that I wanted myself. So
Okay, love it. We're going to take a really quick break.
Okay.
All right, guys, you stay tuned because I am still here and I'm still tasting and talking, and let's see what James has for me next. We'll be right back right after this break.
Confidence comes standard with a certified pre-owned Cadillac from Ron Carter Cadillac, your only Houston area Cadillac to your door dealer. Get 2.9% APR for 72 months on Houston's largest certified pre-owned Cadillac inventory, with the assurance of a 172-point inspection, meticulous reconditioning by master Cadillac technicians, and a total 5-year limited warranty with unlimited miles.
Shop smarter when you shop Ron Carter. RonCarterCadillac.com.
Real estate can be a very complicated process. Finding one, how much can you afford, financing, closing costs, mortgage, putting it on the market, considering offers, inspection, negotiations, submitting offers, schools, down payment, title insurance, home warranty, taxes, review net sheets. These are the pieces of the puzzle of home ownership. I'm the person who helps put it together and the glue that keeps it together. Give me a call.
My prenatal promise is to make sure my baby is safe and healthy because I know it is possible to acquire syphilis, HIV, or other STDs without knowing it. Getting tested is my very first chance to protect my baby. Doctors are required to give expectant mothers 3 separate tests for syphilis. If you're pregnant, ask your doctor if you're being tested properly for syphilis and other STDs. Congenital syphilis can lead to a miscarriage, stillbirth, or an infant death. Don't risk your baby's health. To find out more, visit myprenatalpromise.com.
Welcome back, ladies and gents. I am still here with James Edwards, tasting and talking. All right, so James, I tried the shrimp.
Yes.
Poor boy, so sorry. Have it. Okay, now what is this that's on here?
So you have our fried alligator.
All right, some fried alligator.
So the fried alligator, once again, it's a Louisiana thing.
Uh-huh.
So it took me a while to rouse the alligator, but I got it.
I was gonna ask you because clearly you don't shop here. So you went to Louisiana, you went to New Orleans, and
you had to go in the swamp and get him. He was a tree shaker, but I got him.
He's a tree shaker. What does that mean?
So that means he was shaking the tree. He was so big that he shook the tree. So they got cypress trees in Louisiana. They're big, tall cypress trees.
Okay.
And so they tie a rope into the cypress trees and bait it, and the alligator bite like either chicken or some type of fish or whatever. They'll bite that, and they'll take it, and you come up toward the alligator. It's shaking the tree. That means it's like a 10 or 12 foot alligator that's on there.
Oh, okay.
So a tree shaker.
All right. So I got a tree shaker.
You got a tree shaker.
All right. So I have had fried alligator before. I absolutely have.
Okay.
It's been a while though. So when I bite into this, what should I expect?
Well, here's what you expect. First of all, we marinate our catfish. marinate our alligator.
Okay.
But most people go, what does it taste like? I don't say it tastes like alligator, but it actually kind of have like a chicken breast flavor to it, tendency with Julius on it. So we take the time to marinate it really good. So it's a white meat alligator, which is the tail meat is the white meat of the alligator, which is one of the best parts of the alligator that you can get.
The best part? There's other parts of the alligator you can eat?
Well, the feet.
Alrighty then. So let me tell. So I have to tell you a quick story before I bite into this. So I won on Food Network the Great Food Truck Race Alaska, right? Yeah. So we had to, and I say we, and it was not me. I was the taste tester of the group. My chefs had to cook with some moose meats. Ooh. And since I am the taste tester of the group, I had to taste it. I want to be very clear. I did not like it, okay? So now I'm going to bite into this fried alligator. I just had to give you that disclaimer because I've been into that and I was like, oh, the flavor was amazing because my chefs can cook, but the gaminess, the texture, oh my God, never again. All right, so here we go. Let me get my fork. All right. Let us pray. And that's hashtag let us, LETTUCE, pray. I'm going to get the smallest bite. No, I know it's going to be good. I'm looking at it. Let me start with the skin. Oh, it's fine. Look, I needed some cocktail sauce. I'm ready. Okay. I got food jumping in my mouth. I like it. It tastes just like chicken. But why not chicken, though? Why alligator? If it tastes just like chicken, why not chicken? That would be my question.
If I put that on the menu, say you got fried chicken, and then I later tell them it's alligator, so you're gonna be up front with them and say, hey, it's fried alligator. And actually it's one of our greatest sellers that's out there. Everybody's curious about what does alligator taste like. So when they taste it, they get it, they realize that it's not tough and that we marinate it really, really well, and they love it.
Let's talk about this seasoning, all right? It's a blessing, all right? It is. What are you, can you just give me the hints? You ain't gotta tell the audience, just tell me.
So I'll give you just a little bit.
Okay.
Black pepper.
Really? Black pepper? Is that really what you're going to say to me?
A little bit of salt.
Okay, a little bit of salt. But you said you marinate. So what do you...
So we marinate. Yes, we do. We do marinate it. So we take some type of marination and marinate it overnight. At least do it 24 hours a minimum. It's 24 hours. We try for 48. 24 is the minimum. And what that does is that alligator meat can be tough, but if you marinate it properly, it won't be tough.
That was not tough at all. That was extremely tender. Yeah. That was almost like a chicken thigh. Like that was better than a chicken breast. Because you and I both know chicken breast can be, can be dry, especially if you cook it too long and it's already thick. That was the chicken thigh of the. That's the chicken thigh of the alligator for people who need to know.
There you go.
Okay, when people come visit your truck now, you said these are your top sellers?
Yes.
Is alligator number one?
Alligator is number two.
Number two. What's number one? Shrimp.
Shrimp is number one.
Okay.
Shrimp and catfish always kind of run neck and neck.
Okay.
But so yeah.
All right.
Alligator's right there.
Okay, so we're in Houston, right?
Yes.
We have a ton of New Orleans style, Cajun style restaurants.
Yes.
We really, really do. I frequent quite a bit. What would you say would be the biggest difference if you could only name one between your food and anybody else here in Houston as far as Cajun style?
Here's the thing. Once again, we stick to the tradition and the authenticity of what's going on. So at our truck, everything is made to order. There's nothing sitting on the side waiting for you to come and get it. When you order, we drop the food right then and there. So when you get it, it's hot and fresh. So once again, we talk about the bread. When you bite into that bread and you get that nice, soft candy, cotton candy feeling that's in there, and the food that goes along with it, and that great seasoning that you talk about, you can't beat it. It's just traditional.
So listen, I'm not a chef, but I'm picky, right? So I know what I like and I know what's good.
Okay.
Like I am literally every chef, I'm their taste tester. So if I step on your truck today, if I were to go to your trailer, James, am I gonna see big cans of stuff that you can get at, here and there? I'm not gonna say the names, or do you really make stuff from scratch?
We really make stuff from scratch.
Okay, I can appreciate that. Okay, because that's a big, big difference. Yeah. And let's talk about, so now I got to tap into the food truck industry for a second. So you have a food trailer.
Yes.
Why did you decide to do a food trailer and not a food truck?
Well, what we decided to do a food trailer was because a truck, nothing wrong with it, trust me, hopefully one day we'll have that as well, but a truck can create problems. You have problems with a truck, it may break down or something like that, then you can't take the truck and tow it to your site that you want to be.
Well, you can. It's just gonna cost you $1,000.
Exactly. So you do a trailer, and that way you can move a trailer, drop it wherever you want to put it, that type of thing. And it works out better for us.
Okay.
Everybody has their own, but for us, Craving Po' Boys, it works out better for us to do it that way.
How long is it?
It's a 16-foot trailer.
It's a 16-foot trailer.
Yes.
Okay, so are you using like a dually to haul this?
Yeah. We have an SUV to haul it, yes, we do.
Okay,
Yeah.
so and is it, because how tall are you?
I'm only 6 feet 11.
I'm only 6 foot 11. Can you fit on this truck? Like yours?
Yes, our truck is 8 foot tall.
Really?
I
Interesting.
made sure of that.
Okay. Now, again, I love food trucks, all things related. So you've been in the industry for 3 months.
Yes.
Let's talk about that. What have you learned? What are some lessons that you've learned thus far?
Well, let me back up for a second. I've had a restaurant before.
Okay.
I really have. And brick and mortar versus being in a trailer is totally different.
Okay, let's talk about that. What's the big differences between brick and mortar and trailer?
Brick and mortar, you got space. You can go to the storage room and you go to walk in, freezer, cooler, you get that. In a trailer, you don't have that. You run out of food, you run out of food. You can't go and say, okay, let's go get some more. Let's do it. You can't do that at the spur of the moment. So you have to be very precise on planning on what you're saying and what's going on. So we try to make sure we have everything that's there. And sometimes if things run out, well, it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's a good thing because it's sold out.
Right.
But it's a bad thing because you ran out.
You have customers waiting.
Exactly.
Right. So, okay, let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about the planning, right? So again, on Food Network, we were able to win a show. Now, let me be very clear. This was not Misti. This was my chefs, okay? Because I do not, I'm marketing. I'm a strategizing. How do you plan? You know you're going to be at the Houston Grub Park. For how many hours are you there on a typical Friday?
5-6 hours.
5-6 hours. How do you say, okay, I'm going to buy, how many people do you plan to serve?
So we always into anywhere between 100 to 200 people is what we kind of plan for.
Okay.
In terms of
very good. Those are good numbers.
Yeah.
Absolute good numbers.
So it just depends on what's going on that day. So we'll do that. We know that Thursdays are not going to be as busy.
Right.
So we're not going to plan for 200 people on the Thursday.
Okay.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, like for instance last night. I mean, it was busy, really busy last night. A lot of people came out to support the Houston Grub Park and Craving Po' Boys. So we had to prep for that.
I love that. Okay, now back to the food, because before we wrap up, I need to know this. Do you make any homemade drinks to go along with this? And I'm not even talking about adult beverages. I'm referring to lemonades, strawberry lemonades, anything else you do in the truck that you haven't told me.
That's coming.
That's coming.
And I have another surprise that's coming to the truck later. We are also known for our crawfish pies.
Crawfish pies?
Crawfish pies.
All right, talk to me about that.
So crawfish pies is another one of my mother's recipes, and we had them in all the local grocery stores here in Houston. So we're gonna have them on the truck as well.
Okay.
But we're gonna do them a little bit different than the way we had them. We're gonna do them like an empanada style.
Okay.
So we'll fry the empanada. You could try the crawfish pies like that. That's what we're gonna do. So,
okay.
So that's coming.
Okay.
Coming soon. So that's gonna separate us, continue to separate us from the rest
Absolutely.
of the yeah.
So let me be very clear. I think you may be on a really, really, really good path with all this that you're doing. And I don't say that to many people, James. So do not take that lightly. So before we wrap up, what's next for you? What can we look for? I know we can find you at the Houston Grub Park.
Yes.
Okay. And for people who don't know, tell them, what is Houston Grub Park?
Houston Grub Park is a park where it has about 10, 12 trucks that's out there. There's different variations of food that's going on out there. And we're out there. We're very blessed to be a part of that, to go out there. And it gives exposure to people that don't have exposure, that have been well known. So it gives us a chance to have a vision and a voice that's out there.
Absolutely.
So what's next for us? We want to continue to grow, continue to market what we're doing. And hopefully we'll be able to have 2 or 3 trailers out there, to that type of thing. So we got some new stuff that's coming out. I can't really say right this second.
That's okay.
But we do have some new things that's coming out, and we'll keep you posted on what's going on.
So we need to keep our eyes on the Craving Po' Boys to see what's next.
Please do. And on our website, you can go to our website. Everything is Craving Po' Boys on the website and all the social media platforms. So please follow us on that and follow what we are.
Okay, one last question, and this is just for me.
Okay.
Is the plan to ever go back to a brick and mortar, or do you want to just expand with the trucks?
I would never say no to anything. That can be a possibility.
Okay.
But right now, I want to see how far I can go out with the food trucks, because you can reach more people out, in different places. So I want to reach as many people as I can to do that. And then yes, eventually we'll let it go back to brick and mortar.
All right, James, I have my eye on you. I'm literally going to be watching you guys. Thank you so much for coming on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, guys. So you saw me eat fried alligator. If you've never tried it, make sure you go to James's truck. It was really good. Seriously. If you like chicken thighs, honey, you will like James fried alligator. We are going to be right back right after this break.
Confidence comes standard with a certified pre-owned Cadillac from Ron Carter Cadillac, your only Houston area Cadillac to your door dealer. Get 2.9% APR for 72 months on Houston's largest certified pre-owned Cadillac inventory, with the assurance of a 172-point inspection, meticulous reconditioning by master Cadillac technicians, and a total 5-year limited warranty with unlimited miles.
Shop smarter. When you shop, run Carter. Run Carter, Cadillac.com.
Real estate can be a very complicated process. Finding one, how much can you afford? Financing, closing costs, mortgage, putting it on the market, considering offers, inspection, negotiations, submitting offers, schools, down payment, title insurance, home warranty, taxes, review net sheets. These are the pieces of the puzzle of home ownership. I'm the person who helps put it together and the glue that keeps it together. Give me a call.
My prenatal promise is to make sure my baby is safe and healthy because I know it is possible to acquire syphilis, HIV, or other STDs without knowing it. Getting tested is my very first chance to protect my baby. Doctors are required to give expectant mothers 3 separate tests for syphilis. If you're pregnant, ask your doctor if you're being tested properly for syphilis and other STDs. Congenital syphilis can lead to a miscarriage, stillbirth, or an infant death. Don't risk your baby's health. To find out more, visit myprenatalpromise.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Listen, that food from Cravin Poor Boys, mwah, okay? My taste buds do not lie. I promise you that. So listen, really quickly, all right? So Labor Day weekend is coming up. Guys, come with me. Let's all go. If you have not gone to the Houston Grub Park, let's go together. So if you want to go, make sure you hit us up on Instagram and on Facebook at American Star TV because I want us to go this weekend. As always, I look forward to chatting with you guys next time. Bye-bye. See you soon.